Hi, I'm just going to show you through a quick handover of a KIA Sportage. This particular model is a GT line and it's a plug-in hybrid. But there will be a lot of features the exact same as a normal hybrid and a diesel. I will show you which ones are different. So starting down here, you have a bit of storage where you have a 12 volt here for likes of your dash cams and a bit of storage here as well. You have storage along here, and each of these, they just push in like that. And then to push them back out, hit that button. Same can be done with this. Here then, you can turn off your parking sensors by just clicking this button. So they're normally on every time you get in the car, but if you click this button, then they're off. When you go inside to reverse in this car, you will have your camera come up. However, if you wanted to just put it on, you can click this button and you'll see it comes up here on the screen. Again, click this and you have your normal screen. Click this. If you're putting a trailer on, you'll be able to see it here. And go this and it'll go full screen. So I'll just put it back to normal. So all you to get rid of that again, click this. Your auto hold will basically is the same as a hill start assist. So when that is on, you'll see it over here on the screen and it'll be white. When it's in use, it will go green. Basically when you put your foot in the brake and you're in drive, it will go green here, and that means you can take your foot away from the brake and all you'd have to do to take off again is hit the accelerator. So it just holds the handbrake for that few seconds. This button here is downhill brake control. You set it the same as cruise control. Once you click this, you'll see it comes on, and basically it allows you to go down a hill in a controlled speed by limiting each brake. It still obviously has your normal tyres on, so you can't go down icy hills any better. However, it will slightly help you. It's more for off-roading than anything though. Down here you have your heated seats for the left. 3, 2 and 1. If I click this, and obviously 3 being the hottest, you have the same with the cooled seats, so 3, 2 and 1, and that's for the passenger side. This side is your heated seats on the driver side, and because this is GT line, obviously that is why it has both. So you'd have your 3, 2, 1 and off, and the same with the cooled seats, and then the steering wheel being heated, 2, 1 and off as well. Down here, where my phone is a wireless charger. As long as your phone and your case are wireless charger able, this light will go yellow and your phone will be charging. This USB-C here will just charge your phone, whereas this one on the left, which goes along these lines, when it's in the white, will just charge your phone, and if you click it, it switches to the yellow, which it'll charge it, and it'll also connect it to the infotainment screen. You also have a USB-C here on the seat, and the same with down there. Coming up to this control menu up here, you can choose the left temperature on this side, which comes up here, and the right temperature, which comes here on the right side. If you just have a driver in the car to save a bit of electricity and also to save the air coming in, you can hit driver only and it turns this side and the back of the car off in terms of the air. You can turn air conditioning on and off with this button, and then you can go between 1 and 8 with your blower motor here, so you can go up or down. To go any further down, to turn it completely off, you just turn this button on here. So it has to be this one. You just click this in. Then to choose where the air goes to, you can choose feet, torso, or just the whole body and a bit of the windscreen as well. If you hit the sync button up here, that will make it so that both sides are the same temperature. You have your front screen and rear screen here for the heating, and also your recirculation, as well as your auto climate here, which when you click goes low, high, medium, and as you see with these, so high, medium and low, that's the intensity at which it gets you to your temperature, so for the fan speed. To turn it off, just click any of these and it'll go back to normal. Then anywhere between these white lines, if you click it, this switches over to your infotainment screen. So this now becomes your volume as well as muting the actual stuff, so it'll turn off your radio or whatever media source you have on. These stay the same. Home will bring you to this menu where you have your map, radio, hybrid info, so showing you what kilometers you have left inside it, and then you also have your phone projection, YouTube entertainment, game, settings, voice memo, weather, calendar, sports, valet mode, in-car payment, as well as vehicle diagnostics, notifications and online manual. Online manual, when you click it, so this QR code here, once you scan it, will bring it up in your phone, an online manual, and basically that's the same manual that would be in the glove box, and it will just show you through some of the information about the car. If I click back, You will have your notifications, will show the likes of any notification through the app. Vehicle diagnostics, when you click into it, will show if you have like a TPMS light on. When you swipe across here, you have all of these which are related to your Kia Connect, except for valet mode, which you can set a certain speed limit. So if you were giving a car to someone to, let's say, drive around and clean, you could set this up so that they couldn't go above a certain speed. The rest of them all relate to Kia Connect, so that you can connect your phone's calendar, weather, voice memos, all of this into your phone by where I'll show you later. If you scroll across then again, your game, entertainment and YouTube all are connecting with your phone. There's a bit of setup involved in that and making accounts. You cannot watch YouTube while driving, in case that was a question. Settings, again, I will go through later through the setup menu because it's the same thing. Phone projection is the likes of your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Phone is your Bluetooth, so again I'll show you that later. Hybrid shows you just some information due to the hybrid battery, so what fueling you're doing, also what your battery percentage is and where your power is going. So if the engine was charging the battery, it'd go this way, and if the battery was powering the rest of it, it'd be going this way. Then you have your radio and your map. So your map, you can save your home location and work location by clicking here. If you click into it, air codes do work, so all you do is you click the search button up here and you can type in an air code, that will work away. You can mute it by clicking this.
Guidance is at this volume.
And muting it by just pushing it down. And then if I hit home, you'll see your radio. If I click that, and I'll turn it down quickly, you can save your stations with these star buttons here, and they will go into favorites. So you'll have all your favorites, you can get rid of them then again by hitting the star. Along the bottom is where your radio, you can choose your Bluetooth, and if there was any other streaming ways down here, which I will go through further. So that's your home. Map, again, just goes to your map. Search is every single search bar in the car. So it'll go between a place, it's a place, a point of interest, an address, setting, contact or media. So if you have a song on your phone, or if it's a contact on your phone, or a setting in the car, or a place, it's all in there. It's very useful. And then you can hit seek and track, will go to your previous or next station on your radio. Media will bring up the different options, so if I click it once more, you have your radio, DAB, FM, AM, Bluetooth audio, USB music, USB video, Amazon Music, and then if I go to the left here, scroll left, sorry, you have your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which are currently greyed out because they're not connected. They are wireless in this particular car. Then you have your SoundCloud, Sounds of Nature, YouTube and Entertainment. This star button here, then, which is the next thing, is what you call a custom button. So if I hold it, as you see, it's a hollow star, and if I come over here, you see this is a full star. Both of these are separate custom buttons, which you can choose what they do. So to set up the custom buttons, once you hold it, it will come on to this setting. It's currently set to do nothing, so the hollow star is set to do nothing. If I went and I clicked any of these, such as display on or off, now when I click this, it does what you have set it up to do. So I'm just going to put it back to none, but you can have that as one button and this as a separate button. The mode button, while I'm here, if you click it, again, you can choose, if you're a person who only ever uses Bluetooth audio and DAB FM, you click the two of them and it'll toggle between them. You can have as much or as little of these as you want and it'll just flick between them. Then, coming to their setup, if I hit it, is every setting in the car. The best thing here is use your search bar if you're looking for a particular setting. Other than that, if you hit setup, phone connections and hit add new, your phone will come up here, or you can go on your phone and it'll be looking for it as well. There's many other settings in the car, however if you go through the search button you will be able to find everything. This button here, file and tune, will just switch between stations, again the same as seek and track. Around here you'll see this is your wiper control, so like normal. Then you also have your light control, so at the moment this little arrow here is set to auto. You can bring it to 0, auto, then you have your side lights and your dims. So when it's on auto, it will turn on your dimmed lights when they're needed and it'll turn them off when they're not needed. You never have to touch them. Every time you get in the car it'll do that. The only thing you might have to do is when you want your full beams, if you put your hand on this and just push it away from you, you'll see it comes up here and says auto, and all that does is it allows the car to put its full beams on. So it'll then put the full beams on when necessary, and if a car comes towards you or if there's a highly reflective light or sign, and if you're going through a built up area, it will dim the lights for you, and as soon as they're gone it'll put them back on. So you just have to hit that out and you'll see that light will come on and off. So that's all you have to do whenever you need to do that. Now for the sake of currently showing you, I'll just put on the lights manually. To put on your front fog lights, push this forward, and to put on your back fog lights, you just push this down. It's the same way then to turn them off. So off and off. Then behind here you can choose your gears, so you have minus and plus. Again, if this was a manual car, you'd obviously have your gear stick here, this wouldn't be here, and these wouldn't be here. However, you can choose plus and minus here just to choose your own gears. Where it says park, it'll show you if you're in first, second, third, the whole way up. You can choose your cruise control, so if you're driving along 120, you click this, it'll set your cruise control. You can then go plus or minus by toggling that up or down. And then if you wanted to stop the car at any stage and stop the cruise control, sorry, you just click this in and it'll pause it. And if you click it in again, it'll put it back on. If you're doing 120, the car in front of you is doing 80, it will slow down and keep the speed of the car in front of you once this is on. And all you do then to set the distance between that is hit this. So this button here chooses between far, medium and close. Whatever its last set, it will keep. And basically it'll stay that far away from the car in front of you. This A4 sheet of paper, as I call it, if you click it, it goes through the 3 menus down here. So it goes through all of these, and then if you wanted to go through all of these menus, you just scroll with this here, and you'll go through all the different resets on your trip, different temperatures and tire pressure. And then if it asks you to reset, so such as down here, hold OK to reset. So if you're resetting the trip, you just push this in to hold OK. Then here is your lane keeping assist and lane follow assist. So at the moment you'll see this grey little icon up here with the car between 2 white lines. So if you were driving along and there was 2 white lines, if you went over the white line at all, it'll sort of pull you in slightly and it'll shake the wheel just a small bit, and it'll also make an auditory sound as well. Now you can turn that off, however you do have to do it every time you get into the car. All you do is you press and hold this button and that should go orange. That means that's off. Now if I click this once, this will come up. However, if you're driving, it'll put that steering wheel icon over here. And basically what it does is, instead of waiting for you to go outside of the line, it will keep you inside the line the whole time, so it won't leave you outside of it. So it'll sort of steer for you in a certain sense. You do have to keep your hands on the wheel, and it'll give out if you don't. However, it'll steer for you then and keep you in the middle of the lane. You then have drive mode down here, which if I click, it'll go from eco and sport. So when you normally get inside the car, it'll be in eco. Sport then will just change slight things like the gearbox and the throttle response. So the mode and the star button I've went through. This button here will flick through the stations, so it's the same as seek and track. And over here then, if you click this and your phone is connected, it'll go between your Siri or your OK Google, depending if you're Android or Apple. Then this is your mute button, so if you click this in, mutes the radio, like here. And also if you turn it up like that or turn it down like that by just pulling it down. Now in these cars they have a speed limit function where it'll beep when you go over the speed limit, but if you press and hold that in for a few seconds, it'll come up here, speed limit warning sound is off, and basically that will stop the beeping for whatever reason you want to do that. If you press it again, it'll come back on. You'll also see when you do it, there's a mute little symbol comes up here. Then this button here, if someone's phoning you, it'll answer a call, and if you're on a phone call with someone, you click it again, it'll put it down. If you're not on a phone call, you click it, it'll bring up your phone settings. So basically you can call someone from it, you can choose your contacts, all that. Down here is your handbrake. So basically it works the same as your normal handbrake. If you pull it, it goes up. If you push it, you go down. The only thing you have to do is put your foot in the brake, and you should never have to do it. So when you go inside the drive, as long as you have your auto hold on, if you go inside the drive, your handbrake will go off, and when you come to a stop and you put it into park, your handbrake will go off. Your handbrake will go on. In a diesel car, so in a manual, it will still function the exact same way. When you go inside the neutral and you turn off the car, your handbrake should go on, and when you take off, your handbrake should go off. The only thing you'll have to do is make sure that your auto hold is on. But what I will say is make sure that this little symbol in here is on when you're getting out of the car. Then also down here is your traction control button. So if you wanted to turn off traction control, you have this 12 volt battery reset. So this 12 volt battery reset is just in case if you never really do need to use it. The only thing, if you were on the phone call with KIA Assist or a mechanic, and if they said hit that, that is where that is. It basically just turns it off and back on again for your battery. Here then, if you held it until the boot completely opens and then completely closes, that's for this. So you can hold, open and close your boot. In this particular model again, that is why this is here, is a GT line. So in the lesser specs, you won't have that. However, you also won't have this, so memory seating. So you have 1 and 2. So all you have to do to hold the seating position and your mirrors. So once your mirrors are correctly set and your seat is correctly set, you hold these buttons and it will come up here saying memory seat set 1. And you can do that for 1 and 2. All you have to do then the next time you get in, and if the seat is wrong or the mirrors are wrong, is you just click it once. Don't hold it because it will revert the settings. So you can have 2 separate ones. Then over here, at the moment it's right is selected. You can go to the middle so nothing is selected, or you can go left. What that does is it selects which mirror you want to switch with your little arrows. So then that will mean your 2 mirrors can be adjusted correctly. If you want to fold them in, you click this, they'll fold in. Click it again, they'll fold out. On the mirror, you'll see a little hazard symbol. That'll blink red or yellow, depending. But basically when a car is coming up against you, it'll go yellow, just in case you didn't see it, so you can see it in your peripheral vision. And then if you tried to indicate while that was happening, it'll sort of shake the wheel a small bit and give you a bit of an auditory sound to let you know there's a car in your blind spot. When you lock the car, the mirrors will fold in, and when you unlock it, obviously they'll fold out. When you're driving this car as well, it will lock itself at about 10 kilometers an hour. However, you can change that through the settings. So it's an auto lock if you wanted to search it. Then you also have your unlock, lock. As you can see at the moment, it's unlocked. You have your 4 window buttons, and this button at the back, when you click it, there's a little orange light comes on. It basically means the back window switches don't work. So you can still use them, but the people in the back can't. Then lastly, you have your 2 isofixes on the points there, and you also have one on the other seat. Up here, if you tap a light, it comes on, and same with all the rest of the lights in the car. If you hit this button, all the lights in the car come on. And this button here is so that when you open the door, the lights will come on or not, depending if you have it selected or not. You have your SOS here, which will call the emergency services. And then this is, because again it's a GT line, you have a sunroof. So if I click this back, the cover will go back, and if I click it again, your sunroof will actually open. So I can stop that at any time by just clicking it the other way. So down here you have Kia Assist. So depending if it's a new vehicle, currently you do get Kia Assist with the new vehicle, and basically they will help you if there's any issues. So you can phone the number on that. Other than that, that's everything. So thank you for listening, and hopefully that answered any questions on this car.